Aloha! I'm Brittany from Hawaii Wedding Studio. Today, we are deconstructing the sophisticated simplicity of a real Oahu elopement. Forget the velvet ropes and banquet halls. We're diving into a blueprint for a stress-free, sensory-filled celebration where the island is your guest of honor. From linen suits to jasmine leis, discover how to trade performance for presence. Let's get engaged!
Good rolling back, trying to talk into facts. Stay a while, press and play. You're smart, great, every day.
Okay, I want you to try a little experiment with me, wherever you are right now, unless, you're driving a car, maybe don't do this.
Oh boy, here we go.
But I want you to close your eyes, seriously, just for a second. Now, picture a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
But, and this is the important part, do not picture the last wedding you actually went to. You know the one.
Oh, I know the one.
The banquet hall that smells a little bit like carpet cleaner and desperation. The seating chart that was clearly designed to start a family war.
And let's not forget the groom sweating through a three-piece wool tuxedo in the middle of July. Just miserable.
Exactly. Okay, delete that. Drag that whole image to the trash. Now, replace it with this. You're on a beach, a secluded beach. The sun is hitting the water and the whole world is just golden.
Yeah.
The air smells like jasmine and salt, and you are not checking your watch. You don't even care what time it is. Everyone around you isn't just like performing happiness for photos. They're actually genuinely relaxed.
It sounds like a fantasy, doesn't it? But what you're describing is actually a real event that we've got in the stack today.
Precisely. We are not dealing in fantasy. We are dealing in a blueprint. We have a whole stack of sources, a super detailed case study from a Hawaii wedding minister, a video breakdown, even an infographic, all about this one real couple, Daniela Huayson and her partner.
Their wedding was on August 25, 2025.
And we are going to use them as our lab rats.
Lab rat seems a little harsh, maybe. I was thinking more like pioneers. Because looking at this, they didn't just throw a party. They basically created a master class in how to have a wedding that's about the experience, not the performance.
Okay, pioneers it is. Fair enough. But our mission is simple. We're going to deconstruct exactly what makes this Oahu wedding work, the alchemy of it, so that you, our listener, can steal their playbook. So whether you're planning a wedding, renewing vows, or just, need a 5-minute mental vacation from your desk, stick with us, because you might be looking at flights to Honolulu by the end of this.
I wouldn't blame you. The strategy here is pretty fascinating.
Okay, so let's start with the big one. Location. I have Oahu circled in my notes like 3 times. If you're going to fly all the way to Hawaii for a destination wedding, why not go for total solitude? Why not some deserted rock on Kauai?
That's the common thinking, right? That destination has to mean completely remote.
Yeah.
But the sources point out this really interesting paradox with Oahu. If you go too remote, you lose all the infrastructure. Suddenly you're trying to figure out how to get a generator onto a sandbar.
Right, and suddenly you're a logistics coordinator, not a groom. You're worried about power strips instead of the view.
Exactly. But Oahu is described as this perfect blend. It has a vibrant urban atmosphere, so luxury hotels, great food, top-tier vendors who know what they're doing. But it also has the dreamy beaches and the lush scenery.
So you get both.
You get both. And the case study says this couple, Daniela and her partner, they wanted luxury and sophistication, but also simplicity. That's a really hard needle to thread.
It is. Usually luxury means complicated. It means like 12 different forks.
Precisely. Oahu let them have the high-end service of a city, but they could drive 20 minutes and feel like they were the only people on Earth.
So it's like, ooh, and just hear me up, the mullet of wedding locations.
I'm sorry, what? Where are you going with this?
Oh, listen, it's business in the front. That's the city, the infrastructure, the luxury and party in the back, the chill, beautiful beach elopement part. But, very classy, well-conditioned mullet.
That's an image I'm not going to forget. But functionally,
yeah,
you're not wrong. It's that hybrid quality that makes it so strategic. They get to live out their goal of sophisticated simplicity.
Sophisticated simplicity. That phrase is all over the source material. And I think the best place to see it is in what they wore. Because I am looking at these photos and just feeling pure jealousy. I have suffered in so many summer weddings, sweating in a dark suit before anyone even walks down the aisle. It's just a test of endurance.
It's the classic mistake. We dress for the tradition, not for the climate.
But not these two. Let's break it down. The groom. A light linen suit, crisp light shirt, tan chinos, no tie.
It's not just practical, it's a statement. It says, I am here to be comfortable and present. I'm not a trop. You can actually move. You can breathe. You can hug someone without feeling like you're going to melt.
And the bride's dress, it's described as a flowing white maxi dress with these delicate spaghetti straps. And the source specifically says it swayed gently in the island breeze.
And that word swayed is so important. You can't sway in a 40-pound ball gown. A dress like that on a beach is a fight. You're fighting the sand, the heat, the wind.
You're basically dragging an anchor through the sand. It's a workout.
Exactly. Her dress worked with the environment. They didn't look like they were just pasted onto a beach backdrop. They looked like they belonged there. That's sophisticated simplicity, reducing the friction between you and the actual experience.
Reducing friction. I love that. Okay, so they look amazing. They can breathe. Let's get to the ceremony. It's sunset.
The golden glow, as the source calls it.
But there's this one detail that jumped out at me. The warm aloha welcome. It wasn't just find a seat.
This is so key.
Yeah.
At a typical wedding, you show up, you sign a book, you get a little paper program, and you sit. You're an audience member waiting for the show.
You're checking your phone, yeah.
But here, every single guest was greeted with a traditional lei the second they arrived.
Ah.
That changes everything. The lei in Hawaiian culture is about love, welcome, togetherness. It's a physical symbol of connection. You're not a spectator anymore. You're a participant.
You're part of the ohana. It's like being handed the team jersey, but it smells way better.
Exactly. And it erases that line between the audience and the couple. And speaking of leis, the exchange between the bride and groom was incredible.
Yeah, let's get into that, because the sources are very specific. What kind of lace were they?
So the bride wore a pikake lei.
Pikake.
It's Hawaiian jasmine. And the key thing isn't just that it's beautiful, it's the scent. It's this incredibly romantic fragrance. So you're not just seeing the commitment, you are smelling it.
That's powerful. Scent is tied so strongly to memory. So 10 years from now, they smell jasmine, and boom, they're right back on that beach.
Instant time travel. And the groom wore a male-style lei, which is this beautiful green vine, very traditional, very symbolic of respect and peace. It feels so much more alive than just the metal ring. It connects you to the place.
And it says they even wove Hawaiian phrases into their vows.
They did.
Now, I have to ask, does that ever risk feeling a little performative if you're not actually Hawaiian?
It's a really important question. But from the context in the case study, it was done out of reverence. It says it was about their love for Hawaii. Mm-hmm. They weren't trying to be something. They're not. They were honoring the location, asking the island itself to be a witness.
That's a beautiful way to put it. The island is the third person in the marriage.
It's a participant, not a backdrop.
Okay, so vows are said, everyone's emotional. Now we get to the reception. And usually this is where the energy dips, the awkward photo hour.
The dreaded gap.
But not here. They just moved to an oceanfront estate right there. Seamless.
And the decor, it mirrored the environment. Blues, greens, pinks. It enhanced the view. It didn't compete with it.
Let's talk music, because this is my biggest wedding pet peeve. The DJ who thinks he has to play the cha-cha slide or, God forbid, the chicken dance. Why is that still a thing?
I have no answer for you. But here, live guitar and a ukulele.
A ukulele, it's so perfect.
Well, think about the soundscape. You have waves crashing. If you blast EDM over that, it's just noise. It's a fight. The ukulele blends with the waves. It's organic. It keeps everyone's nervous system calm. It says relax.
And then they had hula dancers. Did that feel authentic, or was it more of a, cheesy luau show?
The source is clear. It was about authenticity.
Yeah.
Real hula is storytelling. It's a blessing. Yeah. It turned the reception into a cultural experience, not just a dinner party.
And the food. Please tell me it wasn't dry chicken.
No dry chicken. It was a fusion. So traditional Hawaiian dishes like fresh poke, but also things that were familiar, like sliders. Smart.
It all just sounds so low pressure. Which brings us to the climax, the first dance.
The emotional peak, for sure.
The source says it felt like they were the only two people in the world. That's the goal, right?
It is. But look what they did right after. This is the genius part.
They invited everyone else up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't a 20-minute performance for everyone to watch. They had their moment, and then it immediately became about community. It went from watch us to join us.
And this is all happening as the sun is setting. The grand finale wasn't fireworks. It was the actual sunset.
They timed it perfectly. You can't buy decor better than a Hawaiian sunset. It's the ultimate production value, and it's free.
The image of everyone strolling on the beach, hand in hand, that's the memory. That's what sticks.
So when you synthesize all this, what's the secret sauce? Why does this wedding work so well?
It's definitely not just about having a big budget. I've seen million-dollar weddings that looked incredibly stressful.
For sure. The source calls it a combination of scenery plus culture plus personal connection. And I think that's right. But it's also about coherence. Everything fit together. The clothes fit the weather. The music fit the sound of the ocean.
There was no friction.
No friction. And when you remove the friction, you make space for joy. It stops being a checklist of things you have to do and becomes an actual experience.
So to recap the blueprint for everyone daydreaming right now, step 1, Oahu for that city meets nature blend.
Step 2, the look. Linen and flowing dresses. Comfort is elegance.
Step 3, the ceremony. Use all the senses, the smell of the leis, the sound of the vows. Embrace the place you're in.
Step 4, the reception. Keep it immersive and local. Ukuleles over DJs.
And step 5, the vibe. Just relax. Schedule your big moments around nature, not a clock.
It's a pretty solid formula.
It sounds kind of unbeatable, but it does make me wonder. We're so used to these giant performative social media weddings at the wedding industrial complex.
Or it's more about content creation than an actual ceremony.
Right. And this whole case study just feels like the complete opposite of that. It suggests that maybe the ultimate luxury isn't about having more stuff.
I think you're onto something big there. Reading this, I kept thinking, maybe the greatest luxury of all is just presence.
Presence.
Yeah, the ability to be fully present in a beautiful place with the people you love without a schedule screaming in your head. We spend so much money trying to create an impression, but maybe the most impressive thing you can give people is just a sense of peace.
Wow, that hits. Maybe stress-free is the new black tie.
I think it might be. In a world, this noisy, real connection is the rarest thing there is.
Well, I don't know about you, listener, but I am ready to go to Hawaii and just stand on a beach and smell some jasmine. If this deep dive didn't make you want to book a flight, I don't know what will.
It definitely beats the banquet hall chicken.
1,000 times over. Hey, if you want more deep dives like this and, more excuses to daydream about escaping to paradise, hit that subscribe button right now. You do not want to miss where we go next. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Thanks for joining me for this look inside a real Hawaii wedding. I hope these insights help you strip away the stress and focus on what truly matters for your own big day. If you're ready to start planning your perfect Oahu elopement, head over to our website for more resources. Until next time, stay salty, stay hitched, and we'll see you on the sands of Oahu.